check.
Check, K6MYC, do you copy?
Yeah, Mike, I was going to let you know, you got the RF gain turned down on your radio. I cranked it up remotely, but of course, if the knob's in the wrong spot, it's gonna keep overriding it. So, there you go. That's where it should be. K6USY.
Okay, well, the other problem I haven't got any output. So I can't figure out why the watt meter's not doing anything here.
Interesting. I mean, I can hear you, so something's working.
Okay, well, let me do this. Let me turn the amp off and see if what's going on. I'm pointing west, so I'm going to turn the amp off. Okay, now the amp is off. Can you copy me this way?
It doesn't sound any different.
That's what I'm afraid of. The amp's keying up, but I don't seem to be driving it. I don't get any watt meter output here.
Well, you were there for a second.
Well, let's try again.
Yeah, not keying it up that time, but it did key up for like 2 or 3 seconds for one transmission and then went away.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is about 5 or 6 watts, over.
Yeah, you got the, you're driving about 6 watts out of the 9700, and yeah, that doesn't sound like the amp is on now.
Okay, now I'm going to turn the amp on. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now the amp is on and keying up, over.
Yeah, it's only keying up for a couple seconds and then it's cutting out. Do you want me to turn your drive power down a little bit and see if we can a little bit less?
Is that better? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It was there when you were whistling and then it cut out again.
Well, it's not kicking the amp out. There's a couple of times. again, let me try this one more time. I'm copying you. How much power are you running? How much power are you running, Aaron? K6MYC, K6USY, K6MYC, over.
So I'm running 50 watts, 50 watts, 50.
Okay. Well, I'm probably running close to that. This transverter puts out about 35 watts, so I'm probably running about 35. But let me see if I can. The amp isn't kicking out. That's the part that's bothering me. But you say it's only working a few seconds and then it stops.
Yeah, and it doesn't sound like it's working right now.
Well, I don't have it on.
Well, that would explain that.
Anyone, is this any different now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
Yeah, it's holding now. See, the 9700 is putting out about 3 watts at the moment. Previously, you were up at 6.
I'm sorry. Well, there's a transverter in the way. That's 2 meter power you're looking at, 3 watts of drive. And it's driving up the transverter fine. So if it holds the transverter on and keeps the amplifier from keying out, maybe you have, I can't see any output on the meter. That's the part that's bothering me. I'm looking at the output meter here. Let me see. 1, 2, 3. Oh, now it's working. Now I got full power, so all of a sudden it started to work. I don't know, maybe it was the drive had been turned up accidentally. That seems like it's holding now, over.
Yeah, as I said, the drive was previously at 6, which might have been too high.
Yeah, okay. Maybe the reason it was kicking out, it might have been kicking out the transverter is what might have been happening. I don't know. Anyway, if it's working now, I'm working a little bit of disadvantage tonight. I have got no light in the shack here. I've got a little lamp that's next to me here, and I was just trying to set it up on the shelf. It was a little higher, but I can function with the way it is. 6 meters is going to be a little rough tonight. I don't know whether we should even bother calling the net, but I could try it. I'm pointed due north, so that's the direction we normally start in, and I could work the guys in Nevada, and then I might be able to work the guys further. But I probably need Rob in here to see if he can work the guys in Sacramento and on around and into the Bay Area. He can usually get through to KW6S and a few of the other guys in the Bay Area, so maybe he can make contact with those guys tonight. But I can't rotate. I can hear and I can transmit, but I can't rotate. The glitches that we've had with all this power problems that we've had, it took out 2 control boxes. It took out my wash machine. It took out several plug strips, and that's what was driving us crazy. It took out 2 wall warts, 2 or 3 plug strips, the wash machine. It looks like it's taken out the speaker system on Judy's computer in my bedroom, and on and on. It just, the list goes on and on, over.
Oh, man, yeah, that sounds like a mess. Yeah, Frank sent me a text message this afternoon when he got the streaming computer back up so that I could get in there and check it out. I told him everything was fine and, go home. But yeah, that sounds like you guys were having fun today. K6USY.
No, I don't think there's anything that you can see that's wrong here. If you once corrected whatever little things that he couldn't do from here, and he talked to you on the phone, and I thought you guys had it sorted out, and apparently is the stream working normally?
Yeah, no, we're good. He sent me a message so that I could get in there and just double check everything, but yeah, no, the stream is up and running, and everything with the computer is just fine, so at least that's working.
Okay, well, we'll go with this. It's been a hell of a day. We got all kinds of breakers out on the main panel. We've been shuffling wires around. Frank put in a horrible day with his foot that's cut. His toe is cut, but he was staggering around here and made it. He stayed here till almost 4:30 or 5. So he and a friend that he brought with him helped immensely to get this thing all going. plug strips notwithstanding, one strip after another. We were stealing plug strips from ones that worked where we didn't need them temporarily and so on. So it was just the one underneath the TV set went out. So all the stuff that was running on the TV set, the direct TV receiver and the satellite receiver, and the TV itself was out. We got that sorted out, but he had to clamber around underneath my pedestal here with a widescreen set. So it's just been one hellacious day. Over.
Yep, Roger. Alrighty, well it's 7:38 there, so I'll let you carry on with the net. I heard W6PQL in the background there, and I'm sure there's some people waiting for you. KA6USY.
Okay, who's in the background?
I heard 1296 in there.
Oh, you did. I'm pointed that way. I don't hear him. Maybe you heard him in the stream. Let me move the antenna a little bit more his way here. Here we go. W6 Papa Queen London. Go ahead, Jim. K6MYC.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I'm hearing you here, but I'm not hearing very much at all. I guess you're having a little bit of trouble rotating the antenna. What happened? Did you have a lightning strike over there? Over.
Well, I don't know exactly what we did have. Is this better? Can you copy me now?
Yeah, I can hear you now.
I may not be still quite on you, but we're close. No, we had some problems in the main breaker panel at the beginning of the house, right next to where the meter is. We've got an old panel there. This panel has been there since the house was built in 1985, so it's about 40 years old, and it's had a number of, let's say, little casualties. The rails or the bus bars are burnt in a couple of places, and it burned up a couple of breakers. So we've got bad spots on the bus bar and stuff like that. But then the inverters, the solar inverters, apparently both went kind of crazy, and we don't know why. Frank was on the phone with Signature Solar for quite a while, but I think it was the inverters that were causing all the problems. They were jumping up and down and going over voltage at times with spikes, and that's what took out all the plug strips and stuff. The plug strips, when we disconnected them and cut them loose, because they were gone, they were smelling, they had burned up inside, so something really hit the plug strips, and whatever little protection was in there was burned up. Over.
Oh yeah, boy, electrical problems can be a real mess. Thank goodness it wasn't in your car. It's bad enough it's in your house. When it's in a car, it usually burns up wiring and that sort of thing. Although you have pretty much the same situation there with the breaker boxes and so forth. I guess you'll probably have to replace those bus bars in the breaker box, huh?
Well, we're looking at the method that's going to be the easiest and the most effective to fix it. The thing is 40 years old. The manufacturer is a little hard to get to find out much detail. It's a place called Hein or something. Anyway, we're working on that aspect. But from the shortfall, we're just trying to put new breakers in good spots and moving the breakers around to places where the bars are okay. The bars are okay. They're just burnt in spots. So if you put a breaker in a burnt spot, it doesn't make good connection. It also took out the dryer. Part of my wash machine, the dryer blew up, so its interface or its microprocessor controller in the dryer is blown. It took out the heating system on the north end of the house. I've got the heating people, Monarch home appliance people, coming tomorrow to see if they can get me heat back in the house. We're not desperate without it, but it gets a little cool in the back bedroom. I'm heating the house with the fireplace right now. Over. Did you copy that?
Like a very inconvenient situation with all the activity that you got over there. And, you've got folks in the house living with you too, so yeah, that's not fun. Okay, well, I won't bother passing you the Southern California guys, but we'll do that when you're back up and running, perhaps on I don't know if you're going to be able to get on 1296 tomorrow, or you're going to wait until you can get on 2 meters, but We'll get those to you, or I'll email Rob and let him know who I got over here. K6MYC, W6PQL.
WB6JNN.
I hear WB6JNN. Stand by a second, Jim. I'll be right with you.
I'm listening also.
Who is that?
1296.
I got you. I got 1296, of course, Jim. The barn is okay. Everything is okay. I called the net last night with the condition worse than it is net today. Everything works fine in the barn. We have no casualties in the barn whatsoever. It was on a 220 line that was dedicated, and we didn't have any real serious problems there, so that was good. Anyway, everything seems to work in the barn. I didn't try 1296, but I called the net last night in the barn, and it was fine. So we should be okay. I can't rotate. That's the biggest problem here. I blew up 2 control boxes with this spike stuff. It blew up 2 control boxes, Ryan's. It blew the fuses, and it took out some of this internal circuitry, probably on the power supply side. We can probably fix them right away, but we sort of had them working, and they worked for a while, and then a couple of more spikes, and the thing was, we figured out what was causing the problem. It took us a while to get those things offline. Right now, I'm totally back on PG&E, and we've got the inverters disconnected because they're acting up, as I said. So that's the story. Anyway, yeah, I know you're semi-familiar with some of this inverter stuff that you deal with. All right, let me pick up Jim. I may have to move the antenna a little bit to copy him better. Good evening, Jim. Make a little longer transmission so I can peek on you there. WB6JNN. I can move this antenna. I just can't move the 6-meter antenna tonight. K6MYC, WB6JNN. Go ahead.
K6MYC, WB6JNN, Willie Baker 6, Julia. You're not real strong on the 5x5, but you were weaker than that, but now you're 5x5, and you've gotten up to 5x7, so there is some QSP. And I see myself in the grass on the internet here, so I must be getting some kind of signal over there. K6MYC. It sounds like we both have some antenna problems and other things going on here. Oh well, K6MYC, WB6JNN.
Yeah, Roger, Jim. Well, the only antenna problem I have is I can't rotate the 6-meter array. I can't rotate the HF 20-meter, 40-meter antenna, and above it is the 9-element 6-meter antenna. So I'm going to be a little bit limited tonight calling the 6-meter net. This thing is stuck to due north, so I'll be able to work the guys up there in Sacramento and Nevada, but I can't move the antenna. Otherwise, there's no antenna problems. Everything seems to be working okay. We checked it out for VSWR, and everything was okay on 6 meters. So no water damage. This is not related to water as much as we can tell. We don't know what caused the problem. It may be somewhere in the solar panels. We noticed that we had to take the solar panels offline because they were there's something shorting to one of the frameworks, and the framework was a little hot with voltage, and that shouldn't be that way. So on the big array, we just took it offline completely. So I'm totally on PG&E tonight, and we were that way all day. The lights in the shack are the other thing that's not working. There must be a bad breaker, but we weren't able to isolate that one completely. So there's one small batch of wiring in the shack here along the wall that we bypassed, and it also lights up the lights overhead. I have a big pair of fluorescents up there, and they aren't working. They worked off and on yesterday as we were fighting this problem even yesterday. But today they aren't working, and nothing has come back to life here at all in the shack. We've jury-rigged and replaced all the plug strips that were blowing. It blew 2 plug strips here in the shack, and some of the equipment is apparently okay. We had a wall wart blow up and 2 plug strips just in the shack alone. So it's been all day trying to get things back online, Jim. WB6JNN Q5 with difficulty, K6MY.
Okay, Mike. Well, it's come up a little bit. You're now up to about 5.8, 5.9. Are you on lower power?
No, I'm totally off grid. We've got the solar wires totally disconnected. They're not even charging the batteries. We got them disconnected so they don't go to the inverters until we figure out what's causing the problem in the inverters. Over.
Yeah, okay, fine. I meant, are you running low power on 220?
No, I'm running normal power. Everything's normal in the shack here. We're running on the batteries are being charged by PG&E, so I'm running on the batteries, but they're being charged by PG&E. Over.
Yeah, okay, fine. Yeah, well, you're not as strong as usual tonight. It's a down night, but now you're back up to more normal levels, about 5.8. Usually you're about 5.9 plus 5. So, and for a while there you were down below 5. So, yeah, it's a night not so great tonight. And well, okay, very good. Continue on WB6J, and then.
I missed the last question, Jim. What was the last comment?
I just said continue on.
Okay, I'll continue on. Well, you're weaker too. Everybody's weaker. I don't think there's anything wrong with the antenna. I had a little amplifier tripping on 220, but it turned out I was probably overdriving it. In the course of wiggling around everything in the shack here, I think the drive on 222 or 2 meters, which is what I'm using as the IF, I think it got turned up a little bit too high, and it was overdriving the transverter, which then was overdriving the amplifier. The amplifier kicked out several times, but I don't have any VSWR in the antenna, so I think antenna-wise I'm okay. Everything is just in the shack that's been activated and working funny. But all things seem to be normal now. But you're weaker than normal. Normally you're bodacious here on 222, and you're way down tonight. So I think it's just the rainy conditions. It just stopped raining about 2 hours ago. It's been raining all day here. Okay, 73s, and I'll see if I can hear Fred in there. So thank you, Jim. WB6JNN, K6MYC, listening for KD6SOK. Fred?
Yeah, hi, good evening, Mike. I don't know if you can hear me or not. You're not very strong. You're not very strong. But I do hear you, Mike. I do hear you. Go ahead.
Yeah, and I hear you, Fred, but I didn't get a chance to peek on you. I went past you. I went through the peak and past. Now I'm coming back toward the peak, but I don't know exactly where it is without hearing you. But you're down, too. Everybody's down a little bit tonight with the propagation. Anyway, good to hear you. Thanks for being there, and you probably have been listening to what's been happening here. We've had all kinds of breaker problems in the main house panel and inverter problems with the solar system. We're not sure that I should be blaming the inverters. Something may have caused this. We may have some water in some part of the system, of the solar system, and it may be acting up because of that, but I don't know why it's doing what it's doing. But it blew several circuitries and blew out several plug strips in the house. The plug strips just smoke. They must have some kind of little protection in them for spikes, and they every one that we've found was bad smells like it's burned up inside. We smelt this yesterday, and it was going on yesterday as well, so it's been an ongoing problem until we started fresh this morning and turned off the inverters. KD6SOK, K6MYC, over.
Okay, did you ever notice before that happened that like some of the lights got very bright? Because that happened like years ago where I lost the neutral line, and then, of course, you know, you've got 3 wires coming into your house from PG&E. There's 2 black wires. So you got 220 volts across, or 240 volts across the black wires, and then 110 across, or 120 across the white wire and the black wire. If I remember correctly, I don't remember this exactly. I lost the neutral line in the breaker, and then all the lights of the house were super bright, burned out. I lost some gear that was forward, that went bad, and it turned out that basically what happened was the neutral wire was gone, and everything went to 220 volts. And the protection circuit, so of those protection devices inside the power strip saw that high voltage and burned out.
Yeah, I'm only copying about readability 3 to 4, Fred. It's partly because you drifted and now you're kind of basic out here. It's kind of hard to understand. So maybe you can tune up on my frequency again. I believe the frequency is accurate here. I think the GPS system is keeping me on the right frequency here, so I don't think I'm moving around. But you drifted down slightly, and that made the copy almost impossible. I'm sorry, but I guess you've experienced something similar. You were describing what you were going through, and you've had some issues also, but I just couldn't get the fine details, Fred. I'll look for you again, perhaps on Thursday, and I'm sure we'll get better copy you on Thursday. Hopefully the band conditions will be better than they are tonight. KD6SOK, Cupertino, K6MYC.
Okay, very good, Mike. Well, I hope you get it sorted out. I'll talk to you on Thursday night or somebody if you can make it. We'll see what you were able to figure out. All right, Mike, that's 3, KD6SOK. Fine.
Okay, somebody else in there. Who was the other one?
111, K6KLY.
Yeah, big signal from you, Russ, K6KLY. Good to have you here on 222. Hopefully things are going well with you. I don't know how long you've read the mail here, but we're fighting all kinds of gremlins in our solar system somewhere, but we're not sure where it is yet. But it caused all kinds of failures in the house, plug strips and washer dryers blowing up and all kinds of plug strips failing and stuff like that. When the plug strip fails, it looks like a lot of things have failed, but it's just a plug strip that's feeding about 6 things. Over.
Really? Well, I hope you don't blow up any equipment with this. You need to get an electrician to check this all out. Over.
Get who?
Get an electrician to help you out. Over.
No, I don't think so. We're on the phone. It's probably more related to the solar stuff than anything, and we're sorting through it. But we're online with we're on the phone for quite a while with the solar inverter people, the same people that make the panels or sell the panels to us, and they're very concerned that we're having these problems. But it's very big annoyance. My heating system in the house is out also. It took out everything that was microprocessor controlled. If it didn't have extreme over voltage protection, it has failed. Over.
Oh boy, well, you're out a lot of money and time there and equipment. Did it take out any of the radio equipment? Over.
No, none of the radio equipment has failed. Everything was fine there. It took out the 2 controllers of several that were online, and I don't know why the HF controllers, the ones that rotate the HF beam, just that one. That was the only one that blew up, and we don't know why that one. All the other 9 controllers are working fine, and they've experienced the same thing. So there may have been a problem in the controller, and it was just pushed over the edge by this extreme voltage spikes coming out of the inverters. Over.
Roger. Well, I've had the opposite problem up here. We had some drunk young man whammed into a power pole about 300 foot from my house here. And so we were without power all day today, but they finally got it back on about 4:30. Over.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm glad you came back on to say hello. And a good evening to you. Your signal's strong, but you're down. Everybody is down. I think the propagation is just down. The antenna seems to be fine. I don't have any VSWR on the antenna that's of any note. So the antenna seems to be fine, and it's normal directivity and all that sort of stuff. But the path is just down. Everybody's down 5 to 10 dB from normal. Anyway, great to hear you. And I'm glad they got your power back on. If I lose PG&E, I'm going to be in the dark here except for flashlights, because we normally would have the power from the solar panels and the batteries, but we have nothing connected at this point in time until we sort out what's causing the problem with the inverters. Over.
Roger. That's a big job on your hands. All right, take care, Mike, and good evening to Judy, K6KLY.
Okay, thank you, Russ. See you later. K6KLY, K6MYC. Now, I wonder if Tom can hear me. Tom, KW6S, are you there? Let me move down toward Tom. KW6S, KW6S, KW6 Sugar, are you here, Tom? Go down a little further. KW6 Sugar, KW6S. Are you here, Tom? KW6S, K6MYC, calling and listening.
KM6SRR, number 432 and 1200.
Okay. Hi, Rob. We have problems all day long here. We finally got most of the stuff running again, but we've got multiple failures in multiple areas, and I'll tell you more about it later. But I'm going to be stuck on 6 meters. You're going to be the gun tonight on 6. I can only go north. Well, it blew up both rotator controllers here on that system. Everything else is fine. Just the one rotor controller that was on the system that turns a 6-meter antenna has blown up. Over.
Okay, yeah, sorry to hear that. I heard you a little bit talking about it. Hopefully we can get as much as we can from the Bay Area from Ken, because I don't have much luck that direction. Over.
Well, we'll tell everybody. I'm telling everybody that you're going to be trying. So, Russ, if you can get on 6 meters and help us, that would be great. Because Rob's going to be calling in your direction for 6-meter operators. And if we don't do too well, and if there's anybody that can help us, we can take the check-ins, even though we may not be able to hear them on this side. If the people can talk to us that are copying on the stream or hear us on the stream, then perhaps they can help us with people that are trying to check in that we cannot hear. So we'll use the stream to our advantage tonight from that standpoint, because I've got the broken rotator. And rotator controller, it's not the rotator. KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, I'll do it again. KM6SR.
Okay. All right, I'm still looking for Tom here, KW6 Sugar. I want to get him before we go any further north. KW6S, K6MYC. Are you there, Tom? I'm going to call him over quite a spread here. I'm off calibration 12 to 15 degrees here, so I really should have calibrated, but with all the other stuff going on today, I didn't think about it. Anyway, let's see. KW6S, K6MYC, calling and listening. Go a little further, and anybody else that hears me that wants to check in on 222, please call K6MYC Bozo Net. KW6 Sugar, or anybody else, K6MYC Bozo Net 222, over. Bozo Net 222, K6MYC, calling into the Bay Area, looking for KW6S and others, K6MYC, calling and listening. Can somebody help me with that station that's calling in? Can anybody hear who that is? Try again, please, over.
Whiskey, India, Sugar.
Oh, K6WYS, okay. Who heard that?
I heard it through your radio, Mike.
Okay, yeah, my ears aren't that good. I'm limping along on a third vintage hearing aid on the right side here, so I'm not hearing good. Good, Paul. Let me get Paul to make a longer transmission, and I'll try to pull you out, Paul. But we've got 637 all checked in here. Thank you, Paul. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
Okay, thanks, Mike. You're about a 4x1. Very good condition.
I think I'm hearing you, Paul, well, but I cannot get a peek on you. I'm pointing. I went all over the map here looking for you, but there's just zero propagation for all practical purposes across the valley tonight. So we'll look for you on the direct path if you have any other check-ins. I won't be able to tell whether you have them here. I cannot copy you well enough. K6 Whiskey India Sugar K6 MYC, over. Okay, I hear you now. I hear you, but you're Q3, just barely readable. Give me a roger or a negative on any other check-ins. Give me a roger or a negative on any other check-ins. Over.
Roger.
Okay. I heard Roger. Do you have 336 and 160? Is that who you have? Over. Okay, let me find out. Aaron, did you copy that? Aaron, are you copying K6USY? Did you get Paul's comments there? I guess Aaron's off doing other things with the kids and dinner and stuff. In any case, we'll try to catch him. We'll try to catch you in a minute on the direct path, Paul. I think the direct path will be okay. Thank you very much. I've got you in here at least, and maybe others if you can stick around. 73s, K6WIS, K6MYC. Now listening for N6 Radio Oscar, N6RO. Ken, are you there? N6RO. N6RO, K6MYC. Maybe he's suffering the result of the over weekend contest. N6RO, N6 Radio Oscar, K6MYC. I still got power output, and I think we're still being okay here. N6RO, K6MYC. Well, I don't hear him, so I'm going to go towards Sacramento. Here we are up towards Sacramento. KD6, SOK, KD6. No, that's not right. KO6KD, I'll get it right. KO6KD. Bill, are you there? K6MYC.
And I'm back in here.
Okay, did you hear what Paul said by any chance?
No, I was in the middle of changing a 2-year-old. He might have been trying to relay the contacts from Clear Lake, but I couldn't make out if they were in there or not.
Yeah, I couldn't either. He gave me a roger. I said, give me a roger if you've got other check-ins, and he came back with a roger, but it didn't sound like he just said the normal 160 and 336 is all I needed to hear, but he expounded on it, and I couldn't copy it. Anyway, no worries. We'll get him on the direct path in a minute here. I don't know what's happened to N6RO tonight. N6RO, K6MYC. Ken, are you there? Well, let me go a little further here. 336, 334. 340. Let's see if this works. KO6KD, KO6KD, K6MYC, over.
This is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar direct path.
Yeah, I got you good on the direct path. Do you have other check-ins, over?
That's a roger. I have the 2 Clear Lake stations, KA60SX and N1PPP, over.
Dada, number 3. Okay, you got Ralph, not 52, but you got Ralph. Let me cross that 52 out and put down number 3. Looks like Jim just worked to L.A. up there. W6PQL got number 3. Roger, 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 Jim. Thank you for that. Okay, Paul, I got 160 and 336 and a pretty good copy on this path. K6 Whiskey India Sugar, K6 MYC, over.
Okay, Roger, Roger. Great. Thanks for accepting those relays. Nothing else. Yeah, I could hear the CW. It's the number 3 there from PQL. So I've got nothing else here. So 73s, K6WIS.
Yeah, there we are. A little bit more in your direction. You picked up a little flutter, but you also picked up a little signal strength. So really an amazing, strong, direct path tonight, over.
Oh, yeah, that's much better. You were on S5 to 6, now you're S7 to 8, almost S9 now, Mike, over.
Yeah, Roger. So the antenna's working okay. It's just that the band is depressed because of all the storms and stuff. We had very poor propagation out of the Bay Area. I haven't heard Bill yet. I'm going to call Bill again, but I'm going to go back a little bit off of your heading because I know Bill's about 10 degrees short of where I get you the best. So I'll back up about 10 and give more calls to Bill there. Anyway, thanks very much, Paul, and maybe we'll hear you on 6 a little later. I'm going to be a little hampered on 6. I cannot rotate the antennas. I'm going to be stuck due north in the explosion of all the stuff that happened in the main breaker box in the house here. We lost several items, and one of them was 2 of the controllers that we hooked into the 6-meter antenna. That's the only controller I had trouble with. I have 8 more in the shack, and they're all okay, but the one that controls the 6-meter antenna and the big HF array on the hill is the one that it failed, and then we put a spare in there, and it failed also. So there's something wrong there. We're not sure exactly what's causing that. But anyway, I cannot rotate on 6, so we'll be hampered calling the 6-meter net tonight. But if you can check in, that would be great. K6WIS, K6MYC. Good evening, Paul.
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Yes, I listened in when you were pointed to the Bay Area to your electrical woes with the panels and the inverters, the solar inverters actually spiking and frying the breakers and your buzzers, and yep, it sounds like a bit of a mess there inside your electrical panel. So I hope you can sort that out and also get prepared inverters from the manufacturer there. So I'll let you go. 73's Mike, K6WIS, clear.
Okay, thank you, Paul. Yeah, it is a bit of a mess, more than a bit. I got the heating system on the north end of the house was also out. I'm not sure the south end isn't out also, but I don't need the south end. I'm heating the whole house with the fireplace right now. We've been burning the fireplace hot and heavy all day and all night here. Hi. And it holds the house in the 60s anyway. It's warm in the great room and the living room. It's warmer than that, but it holds the whole house at about 65 or so it's not too bad. Livable anyway. A lot of people sleep in that and like that. We like to be a little warmer. We normally keep the house about 70. Anyway, 73's Paul, K6WIS, K6MYC, going back to see if I can hear Bill in there. KO6KD, I'll get it right yet. KO6KD. Any copy, Bill? K6MYC.
Yes, I did hear you, Mike. It's up and down. Good evening, Paul. Good evening, Mike. KO6KD, Bozo 776. Keep going here a little bit. Wow, boy, you're going all over the place there. Looks like on the stream. So hopefully you're hearing me. You get things logged in and get it all set. And I understand you're going to have a difficult time on 6. So I'm not sure if I'll be able to check in there or not. But anyway, that's it here. I'll copy now. K6MYC from KO6KD.
fine, Bill. Solid copy. It's not real strong, but it's very steady, so we got 100% copy. Do your best to stick around and try on 6. Rob's going to listen, and he can usually hear you on 6. And perhaps if we hear even a trace of you, you're going to get checked in. So all we need to know is that you're there. We will assume you're there if we can even hear a trace. So we'll be very lax on our rules tonight on who's checking in and who isn't. Usually we're pretty lax anyway, but even tonight it'll be more in your favor. Hi. Thanks, Bill. Good to chat. I missed everybody this morning. I took a shower and I didn't get in the shack till 8:45. And then my readout was out. I couldn't read my big screen readout, so I didn't know where I was frequency-wise. I went up and down the band in the area where I heard the birdie and the teletype, and I assumed I was calling on the right frequency, but I never heard anybody else there. So we'll look for you tomorrow. I should be on time in the morning. It was very dark here today, but I woke up right at 8 o'clock, but I had to take a shower. I just had to take a shower before I came in here. Hi. Good evening to you, Bill. We'll see you hopefully on 6 in a few minutes here. I'm pointed north right now, but the antennas are stuck north. K06KD, K6MYC.
Yeah, very good, Mike. Well, we'll give it a try on 6 meters. We started, it was Paul. It was John, Phil, and myself were the only people there on 40 this morning, and we started about 8:30 and went until 10 o'clock. So anyway, sorry we missed you. I told the fellas that you might be there and might not. So, okay, enough said. Good luck with your electrical issues, and I hope you get things straightened out. K6MYC 73 to you, Paul, K06KD.
You were on this morning up until 10?
That's correct, yes.
God, there was no signals there at all. Who were you talking to?
Talking to Phil, WB6GGY, and John, K7KF.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't see any signals at all. I tuned back and forth across the band. I knew I was in the right area. I could hear the teletype that was normally underneath us there. And when I finally got readout, I was down at 35, but I still should have seen your spike. I was looking for the signals, and I tuned back and forth for about 10 minutes, and I finally gave up about 5 minutes to 10. Over.
Yeah, we got a late start, about 8:30, but yeah, we were there till 10 o'clock. John left about 10 minutes till, and Phil and I stuck around until 10 o'clock where he had to let the dog out. Over.
Yeah, okay. Well, I'm sorry I missed you. I don't know how I did, but of course I didn't have a readout, and I might have been up on 153 or 157 and not 137. They looked the same. I couldn't read my readout on the radio. I could only read the readout barely on the widescreen. 7-3, we'll see you in a few minutes, Bill. K06KD, K6MYC.
Roger, 7-3, K06KD.
Anybody else before we go on up toward toward Nevada? K6MYC? Yeah, go ahead, Paul.
Yeah, I was just saying hello to Bill, K06KD.
Hello, Paul.
Okay, let's try Nevada. Nevada 222, KE7UQL. I think you should be there. KE7UQL, Daniel, K6MYC, over. You better try it a little more. Give me a little more chatter. I thought I heard a voice in there, but it was very short. I didn't get much of it. Try it again. KE7UQL, K6MYC, over.
K6MYC, I think I hear you in the noise. N7WC, 657, over.
Oh, Roger, Larry, we got good copy on you. Yeah, 657, you're doing fine here. And I don't know whether I hear, did you hear anything from Daniel? Over?
I'm just getting bits and pieces of you. I got a high noise level tonight, and you're right in the noise. K6MYC and 7WC, over 657, calling over.
N7, N7WT, K6MYC, solid copy. Are you hearing Daniel? Have you heard Daniel? Have you heard Daniel tonight? Over. Have you heard anything from Daniel tonight? M7 Whiskey Tango, have you heard KE7UQL? Have you heard KE7UQL tonight? Go ahead.
Negative. I don't know if Daniel's out there or not. Daniel, if you're out there, break in. KE7UQL, break in if you're out there. I haven't heard him tonight so far yet, Mike. I'll take a standby, see if he's in there. K6NYC, standing by for N7WC. Listen for Daniel. Go ahead, Daniel, if you're out there.
KE7UQL, or somebody's in there. There was another voice in there with you. There was another voice in there calling. Who was the other station? Call Kilowatt 6 Mike, Yankee Charlie. Go ahead. Over.
Tango from Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar.
Roger. Okay, Paul, hang on a second. Let me go down your way just briefly here. W6 K. This should be close. K6WIS. How's that? K6MYC.
Hi, Mike. I was trying to contact N7WT. He's coming in very loud here.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll give him another call. Give Larry a call, and I'll stand by. Go ahead, Paul. Go ahead.
N7WT, this is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar. Any copy there, Larry?
I'm having a real high noise interference tonight from some sort of...
That's a double. Stand by.
You guys are in that noise. I just get bits and pieces of you. N7WT, hopefully I'll see you maybe on 6 meters. N7WT.
We'll look for you on 6, but stand by, Larry, and listen for K6 Whiskey India Sugar. He's copying you very well, and I am copying him in this direction, so I've got good backscatter on K6WIS. Listen for him from Placerville, over. Go ahead, Paul.
Okay, N7 Whiskey Tango, this is Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar. Larry, I hope you can copy all that noise you said you were having. N7 Tango from Kilo 6 Whiskey India Sugar near Placerville on the bounce dash. So if you just keep hanging down at mic, you should be able to receive me okay.
Over, Larry. N7WT, K6MYC with K6 Whiskey India Sugar. Over. Yeah, he's got pretty bad noise too tonight. That's the problem. Larry's got bad noise. He's barely hearing me, and he's very Q5 here most of the time. Sorry about that. Let me just take one more standby to see if Dan is in there. Daniel, KE7UQL, K6MYC. Daniel, are you there? Well, I'm sure I would hear Daniel. I hear Daniel and Larry about the same. I don't think Daniel's in there tonight. 73s, Paul, 73s. And I'm going to go back towards Santa Cruz here, make one call, then I'll go over and get on 6 meters. I'll be on 6 meters in about 2 minutes. I'll be on 6 meters in about 2 minutes. K6 Whiskey India Sugar in the group, K6 MYC Bozo Net 220. Okay, Rob, I'm going to go back to the Bay Area, then I'll switch to 6, okay? Let's see, I'm pointing also here, let's see, I should have N6RO in here somewhere. N6RO, 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 K6MYC, calling and listening. Oh boy, I don't hear anything from Ken tonight. Hope he's okay. N6RO, K6MYC, over. Okay, nothing heard. Back into the Bay Area. And down to Santa Cruz, KW6S, K6MYC, over. KW6 Sugar, K6MYC. KW6S, K6MYC. KW6S, KW6 Sugar, K6MYC, calling and listening. No, I'm not hearing him, so I guess that's it. Rob, KM6SRR, K6MYC, over.
Okay, Mike. Yeah, I bumped my VFO here for a second. I've got a total of 15.
A total of 15, okay. Very good. I'm going to go over to 6, and we'll see what's going on over there. Larry said he would be there, so we got Larry to start with, and then I don't know who else. Probably Richard will be there as well. 7-3 here, and we'll see you on 6. KM6SRR, K6MYC.
Okay, Mike, I'm over there now. KM6SR, QSY to 6 meters.
And we'll see you guys over on 6, K6USY. K6USY.
Air 694.
Gotcha, Ben. 694, KM6SRR.
Hi, very good. You're strong tonight, but I haven't heard anybody else. One other station, I guess.
Yeah, Mike's just finishing 222 and be over here in a second.
Evening, Rob. 982.
Okay, Daryl, we got you there.
Well, that's good, because I'll probably go back where it's warm.
Okay, can't blame you. Go ahead. Thank you. We got you checked in. Thanks, Daryl. KG6 CEF, KM6SR.
Roger. Thanks, Rob.
You just got to turn on more radios.
Well, I could turn the heater on in here that's in front of me, the old 101. It's got some tubes in it.
What's the temperature up on the hill?
You know what? I haven't looked lately. It's in the 40s somewhere. It's a little nippy.
It's probably colder than that. It's 50 degrees down here.
Oh, I left my phone in the other room, or I'd look.
Yeah, just stick your head out the window. K6USY. You got a copy on me, Rob? You must be pointed the other direction.
Transmit W6 TVS, I have a copy on you.
USY. No worries. Yeah, I just Rob could hear me, but I think it's pointed in the other direction. Anyways, K6USY 1079 and Bozo 1100.
Good evening, Mike. K6MYC, KD6BQ, just testing out for Larry. Get everything straightened out there. Too much paperwork.
K6MYC, November 7, Whiskey Tango, 657, over. Okay, Mike, yeah,
K6NYC and 7WT. Yeah, well, the problem is there's on the single Yagi, your 5-wavelength antenna that I talked to you on tonight on, I have like a generator noise coming on there that I never heard before, and it was you guys. I was just getting a word now and then from you, and sometimes you weren't there at all. And the problem is my stacked pair of 220 antennas, Yagi, are looking different directions. The winds blow them all to pieces, and I kind of like it. One's looking one direction, one's looking another way. So I've lost that antenna system for the moment. Again, caused by the wind. So anyway, we've had have a mess now in some of these antennas. And that's the reason I couldn't. Usually I work with that stacked pair without any trouble, but they're not looking the right direction anymore. K6NYC to comment and 7WT.
NYC, KD6BQ, number 249 here. And, the signals are better on 6 than they were on 2 last night. So what I was trying to tell you on 2 is I was there on 432, frantically pounding CW, but you guys never heard me. So anyway, I guess it just was bad conditions. So anyway, good to hear you tonight on 6. And we'll throw it back to you there, K6NYC and the group KD6BQ.
Thank you, Mike. I can hear Larry pretty good, but I can't get Richard very well. KM6SRR.
Here's 694.
Not here, Rob.
Also, Mike Ben's in there, 694.
Okay, KM6SRR, you're not real strong. They're not moving the needle, but I did hear you in there okay. And 7WT, over?
Yeah, Larry, I was pointing over towards Richard, so I wasn't getting you very loud at the beginning there, but hearing you fine now. N7WT, KM6SRR.
Oh, yeah, now you are. You're good. 5455 signal. Now that you got the antenna in the right direction. Okay, back to you, Mike.
Yeah, I can copy Rob. He's not super loud, but he's Q5.
Well, I was trying to peek on him, but I don't know. Maybe I was hearing it better towards Larry, I guess.
Roger that. Okay, KM6SR, K6NYC, KD6BQ will let you work on peaking up the antenna, and hopefully you can find a little better spot. But, yeah, Mike, you're doing real good tonight on 6. And we've had a lot of rain, so everything's wet. That might have been my problem on 432. And the antenna was soaking wet, sitting on a wet wood bench. I don't know how much my watch was getting into the air there. So anyway, that's probably enough chatter, so we'll toss it back over to you there, Mike, and then see if Rob was copying there. K6NYC with KM6SR, KD6BQ, and that.
pretty good in the beginning while I was pointing to Larry, but then he dropped out. And I tried peeking where I normally find him, I couldn't find him. So I don't know what's going on. A lot of QSB. Yeah, this is the one where I'm way off, so I have to guess where I'm pointing. I usually just peek on everybody.
Copy. Yeah, well, we quit at about 9:40 or 9:45, so very good. Okay, Bozo 884, and thank you for the check-in. I'll get out of your way, let you continue on. WB6GGY, clear. Repeat again. Roger. Well, I'll stick around.
Yeah, way down in there where the noise, I was hearing him a little bit. Are you hearing me, Phil? WB6GGY, KM6SRR. Are you talking about Phil or Ben? WB6GGY, WB6GGY. This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo. Over.
We copy WB6GGY with noise, but we copy. WB6GGY, over.
Yeah, I heard him that time, but not complete.
KO6KD. I doubt if he's going to copy me right now, but KO6KD, WB6GGY. Oh, we're in rotation. We are in rotation. We're moving now.
Mike's internet is not working.
not hearing anything, Mike. I got a heck of a noise this way, too.
Bozo 759. Speed you want? Roger. I think Mike already knows you're there, but very good. I'll relay that back to him.
Okay, Roger.
I did copy you. You copied me. Bozo 759. Try tomorrow on 1296. Hopefully it will be better than tonight. Okay, you copied the KO6KD there, Mike? Mike, the only one I heard was Bill there. Standing by.
Whiskey Zulu Zulu, John and Brentwood, Bozo number 1145.
Yeah, I heard his call sign, and I just found his number. He is 1145.
Roger, Roger. I see that you're having some problems, so I'm going to get out of here. I'll talk to you later. 73.
W6 WZZ, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo. I got a good copy on you, John. How are you doing with me?
Oh, I got you nice and clear.
Okay, yeah, I heard that nice and clear. You went down a bit, but can you see if anybody else is in there, like Mario or BCC Merle?
I didn't hear any of them out there. Merle, are you out there?
Hey, John, can you make a call for other check-ins there? We're having trouble hearing up that way. W6 WZZ, KM6 SRR. Okay, Mike. Yeah, I've got a terrible noise. I don't know. Maybe the neighbor's got an inverter or something going on, but it's a real loud, zappy noise. Okay, I'm guessing where I'm going to be pointing at him, so I'm rotating right now. Yeah, but this thing's off about 60 to 90 degrees. KW6S, are you on tonight, Tom? KW6S, this is the 6-meter Bozo Net, KM6SR, helping out Mike, over. KW6S, or we'll have Lee, Bozo 1098. AF6 United, Lee, are you on tonight, over? Yeah, I know. I feel bad. My station's such poor shape, and there's nothing much I can do about it. I can barely walk right now with my sciatica problem. Yep, and then Glenn's TV program starts at 8:30, so he can't be in here after that.
WB6JNP. Okay, well, yeah, I was able to hear Rob in the background. I didn't work too hard on it, but yeah, I was able to hear him. You're only running about 20 over, so you know how that goes. We're showing just under 5 inches of rain in this last event, so yeah, we've got it up here. And sorry to hear about all the power issues. You know, those sort of things, you know, go, but you know, better to lose a power strip than a radio. Yeah, well, I think the Native American Indians had the right idea. You want heat to start a fire.
Okay, Tom, KW6S. This is KM6SR for the 6-meter Bozo Net. KW6S, are you on tonight? Yeah, AF6 United. Lee, are you on tonight for the 6-meter Bozo Net? AF6 United, this is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo, helping Mike, over. I'm not sure. I'm blindly pointing where I'm hoping it's going. K6KLY, are you on tonight, Russ, for the 6-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR with K6MYC, standing by. No, I couldn't hear it at all. Okay, I'm kind of guessing where I might receive him. W6PQL, Jim, are you on there tonight? W6PQL, this is KM6SR with Mike K6MYC, standing by. W6PQL, KM6SRR. W6PQL, KM6SRR. I hear something way down the noise, Mike, but I can't even make it out at all, not even the tone of their voice. W6PQL, are you on tonight for the 6-meter Bozo Net? KM6SR, standing by. Sure, sounds good to me.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Yeah, that's sounds like a mess you got going on there, Mike. Alrighty, good night, Mike. K6USY, Delta Mike 06.
Good night, Mike. K6MYC, KM6SRR. I think I'll try to tune it where I think I'm getting Fresno area, and I'll put out a couple more calls. One last call for the locals here in the valley, San Joaquin Valley, for the 6-meter net, KM6SRR, calling for anybody that can hear me. Six-meter Bozo Net. Anybody want to check in? This is KM6SR standing by. Are you still on, Aaron? Are you hearing me okay?
Yeah, I can hear you. CQ, 6-meter Bozo Net. Anybody want to check in? This is Kilo Mike 6, Sierra Romeo Romeo.
Well, I guess just nobody's on air, and I guess you may as well close the net.
Okay, sounds good. We'll catch you tomorrow on 1296, and hopefully the additional rain didn't make more problems for you.
Well, I'm guessing I'm not going to be able to hear anything, but I'll try.
All righty, well, we'll see what happens. And good night to everybody on YouTube, K6USY.
Good night, Aaron, K6USY, KM6SRR 73.